So maybe I shouldn't be so quick with that OD call.
Yeah. I mean, you run out of mana, but who cares? You still hit really hard.
Right.
Not to mention the Avalanche, decent way of interrupting the CSing, just like OD has the form of Astral.
No, you look at the Doom pick, and the book is you expect to see something like a Centaur where somebody gets doomed and you just run away. There you go.
Speaking of which, wow, is that winter? Look at these predictions.
Get out of here.
I mean, it does give him the escape, so this will lock this in likely as a Sven support. Then again, you can interchange. Centaur could be a 4, or Sven could be. And the other would be the 3. There's definitely flex here. A lot of tanky heroes as well, so you want something that can build Spirit Vessel naturally. Sure, Oracle wants an urn, but reaching the Spirit Vessel isn't easily feasible for a POS 5.
Oh, absolutely.
I think the other thing to look at here as well, actually, is with the Sven Warcry, the changes. Having a primarily strength lineup is going to make them so ridiculous to break through.
It's based on, the scaling is based on Sven's strength,
Is
correct?
it Sven's
Not
strength?
based on the target. I think it's based on...
You may be right.
It says your strength. I'm actually not sure. That's a really good pick. So that Weaver, I'm sure everybody knows this, but Weaver plays extraordinarily well against Lifestealer. It gives you the chase to pursue if Centaur pops the Stampede and just runs the whole team away.
Yeah, definitely gives them a means of escape.
Yeah,
they're going to want something to capitalize on the armor reduction as well. Like, the other thing is, these heroes, they're not going to have much in the way of armor either. They're all strength. This is the kind of the counterintuitive element of going for an all-strength lineup, is... if you take a hero like Weaver, it backfires hard.
Yeah, this is also the place where you like, if this is where if you're secret, you meme and you pick the 4-position Luna, because the Lunar Blessing boosts those 3 strength heroes huge. Now, that does leave you with a 5-position Shadow Shaman, so that's probably stupid. But
you just double down on what. And actually, in fairness, you do someone like Lifestealer mid, Luna safe lane. You could actually fit. No, you could actually fit this in.
No, come on. You're not going to run Lifestealer mid against this, are you? That's surely.
I mean, if it's the tiny, do you care? And if it's not the tiny, what's it going to be? Because you're going to know before you pick your final hero. Oh wait, the Luna was banned out. No, Luna was banned out. All but gold.
Yeah, okay.
Second base.
All right, fair enough. I didn't see that.
Still, though, Lifestealer could work as a mid. So many people surprised with the changes, with the movement speed especially. Guy's a little bit spooky.
No, you're not wrong.
I went to check the Warcry thing, and it doesn't actually say either way. Yeah, that's weird. Okay, I'll check when we get in game to make sure which way it works. But I assume it's based on the own hero's strength. I may be wrong.
There we go. Perfect. That's a great pick. That's how you take advantage of all that armor reduction from the Swarm, and Nyx having low armor to begin with. She's naturally a hero that wants to build movement speed items, wants to build Yules, things that are just going to enable her to kite the Lifestealer super effectively.
Let's also not forget that they've basically taken out heroes that would be effective, right? The Doom is not available. They've got the Oracle, so they can use the False Promise and Death Prophet. This is going to be a very hard to kill DP.
Yeah.
That might help, though.
Well, and it's... oh boy, though. I don't know, man. I get scared playing... I would be a little bit scared playing G against... playing Lina against G. He understands that hero so well.
It was a classic back in the... what was it? Was it Power Rangers he was on? No, it
was VP.
It was VP. There was a team before that as well, I'm thinking of. I can't remember which one it was, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because that was the one that like got him noticed, right? But I can't remember which team it was.
I want to say PR was right.
Was it Empire? No, Empire was later.
Yeah,
Empire
he was on Empire.
Oh, yeah, 2016. 2016 as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it was VP. Then he switched to the Polar. That was where he started. That's where I was remembering. Moscow 5 was the first thing. The classic Moscow 5. How could I forget?
So I'm looking at this, and I like this old but gold lineup a lot. but I think Pavaga are going to be fine in the lanes. This should be, pretty evenly matched.
Yeah, there's not really much in this. Like, the Doom should be fine. At the same time, the Weaver, it's going to be very hard to contest him, especially if you run a tri-lane to protect. Not optimal, but if you see he's getting aggressed, then you do switch it up. And as you said, the Death Prophet versus Lina, you don't really want to be the Lina against Death Prophet expert.
Well, it really depends. If you get some good moves off early and you get your 6 first on Lina, you can kill her.
Are you getting this wonderful bug, by the way, where you can't see the heroes when you load in? Or is that just me? Whenever I load in, I just noticed I don't see the heroes.
Oh, that's weird.
I just see the Dota Plus levels.
I've been alright with that. Oh, God.
But the Dota Plus levels still show. Nice little bit of advertising for your product there, Valve. Well, we know our heroes. Well, who's the Dota Plus experts right now? Well, Plantimos is a filthy silver tier. But then, of course, Illidan's on silver tier, and the Tiny as well. That's how we're going to decide this, alright? Like, Obligol win. They've got more Dota Plus levels.
Clearly.
Can't fight
they
it.
Need to bring back team pennants. Those were fun.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't make enough money.
No, they weren't. They thought it'd be popular because they done it in CSGO, right? Like, they still have it in CSGO, I think. Or was it like there's something comparative?
Oh, do they still have it in CSGO?
I'm not sure if they still have that. They have like a derivative, right? They kept stickers for a start because that was part of what they introduced. Yeah, they definitely had it for
and everybody's doing it now, right? Like Rainbow Six even has charms now.
Yeah, it's just an easy way to just milk the money. People want to support their teams in any way, regardless of how little goes.
People want their team swag, man. I think you should be able to have more in-game Dota team swag.
I mean, I've been one of the people trying to push for obligatory jerseys for all the casters. Just so that you can have those obligatory ripping your shirt off moments, screaming secret, secret, secret.
Okay. I don't think anybody wants to see me rip my shirt off.
No. You got the jersey underneath, all right? You're all good.
Oh, okay. All right.
We're not doing full naked Nahaz, all right? That's not happening.
No, what? Wait. Okay, wait. Let's start over. This cast is already off the wear.
Suddenly, Nahaz realizes he forgot to put the shirt on this morning. Whoops.
Lord.
Suddenly,
we just lost 50% of our viewers.
Suddenly, Starladder is banned from Twitch due to showing inappropriate content. Top lane. A little bit inappropriate charm is going to be ran down here. They can finish him off.
Yeah, and that, again, the 3v2 scenario is so difficult for that Rasta. Rasta had played better than I expected in a lot of these tri-lanes that we've seen in the last month or so in the pro meta, but
you can never be outnumbered, though.
When they know you have a hero, when you know you have a hero advantage on him, you just run at him.
Oh, yeah. Because what's he going to do? Shackle you? Good, he's stunned. That's essentially how it works. Now they're going to switch it up. BZZ plus Velio on the bot lane against J4 and Plantimos. You are basically you're stationing 2 strength heroes against 2 strength heroes, sure, but one of them really loves the fact you have a lot of health. And that's the Lifestealer. The mid looking on the first few waves. Actually, neck and neck. All in all, I think there's going to be slight advantage building for G as this goes on. But
yeah, you have to believe that he's just so good on Lina that he knows both sides of this lane so well.
It's true. There's also the difference with DP compared to old DP. You're not as spammy anymore because you're not going to rely on a ball. It's not really the type of item you pick up anymore. So you stab the null talismans. Eventually, you just end up ferrying mangoes out to try and sustain.
Well, and the other interesting thing about DP to me is, right, remember that the big nerf to the hero was that the early charge restore time on Spirit Siphon is just so long now, because it used to be that she could survive these gank after gank after gank because she was always siphoning multiple heroes. But mid rotations, when they come now, you don't see many chain rotations mid anymore. So it's perfectly fine to just be able to survive the one gank, and then you're probably going to have at least a minute or two until the next.
Yeah, you get left to your own devices, essentially. And thus the mana cost doesn't really come into the equation too much, because you can usually save enough around that. You know what I find interesting is the fact that Doom's you don't really see them pick up the ghost from the small camp. Which
you want him to pick up the Banshee?
Yeah. Like the frost attack slow. That's 20%.
Yeah, it's super annoying.
I mean, I only bring it up because BCC did take a small creep. He took the envenomed weapon, so he can poison people.
Yeah, I just think he wanted. I think he would have taken whatever's there. I think he wanted to just get back to the lane as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, of course. Like you don't get me wrong. You don't take the envenomed weapon with the intent of keeping it.
Exactly.
20 damage. Come on.
But it is unfortunate, right? Because the reason that Doom in theory got a big efficiency buff is that you can now if you get one of those good creep abilities, you can then just chain devour lane creeps.
Tiny. Avalanche comes out. They can move across. He can cut off the escape. No, Pikachu tries to double back. They've got the toss back. Where the hell are you going? Back to your fountain.
Yeah.
Nice rotation. That's daytime, by the way. That wasn't a rune. That was just a tiny with boots. And while that's happening, Weave actually goes down the top lane.
Wow, that I did not see coming.
And that should simply not be happening. Yes, you can catch the shackles, but at the same time, you've got a way of stopping the initiation.
And Illidan's going back out bottom.
Switching up. He's also not using his TP.
Huh.
They're going to try and force the rotation.
What are we doing here? Are we just gonna rotate BZZ up top?
I think so. Maybe I think the best move they make if they want to make this work is BZZ moves into the tree line, doesn't show. Weaver hangs, then waits for the TP, and then you can just switch it up. You are sacrificing early gold for the Weaver, though. That's the big problematic part here. Tiny on the mid again.
You have a lot
of no, Pikachu. Rinse, repeat here. Spirit Cypher coming out. J4 arrives in the lane. Light Strike Ray is going to be there as well.
Stun, though.
Can they move away? They will be able to. Warcry will protect. They even start TPing another hero. Shaman is arriving, but Velior is running away successfully. Even Clarity's up, so you can't do anything to me. Can with the Stormhammer now. Even Mango's up.
We might get a little bit of a collision down here, too, as BZZ is going for that top rune.
He's in trouble. They're going to try and move in. They try and turn around for a kill into the Shaman. Maybe it's way too late. Runes, runes, runes. How do they go? It looks like there's going to be 3 going the way of Pavaga. All in all, good start for Pavaga. Looking strong on the lanes as well. 24 CS on all of their carries. Or cores, rather.
Yeah, no, the whole Illidan running bottom after dying top just feels... I get the read there, right? You feel very vulnerable as the Weaver against that Shadow Shaman lane, but man, it just made the whole game feel pretty awkward early on.
Not to mention they now know that you've TP'd out. Or assume you've TP'd someone up, right? So now if you switch it out, Doom then has to walk all the way bot. Which is not in your favor. Look at
the decision down here to just keep the pressure on.
They use the Exorcism onto Pikachu. They'll get him. Velior. Yeah, I mean, 2 out of 3 times.
And tower damage.
That's the thing as well. 2 out of 3.
Velior, tank a couple of hits.
He doesn't want to. He says, G, that's your job.
G should not. Come on.
Decent tower damage done. They will use the glyph, actually. But that'll keep it going. That's a DD on Velior. They could go again. There's a TP in from Shaman. He'll cancel it, but Pikachu needs to be very careful. Yeah. Also, that Korea coming around the back.
DP's too low. She could get... Oh, no, she's fairly fired. Okay.
Okay, Velior, he wants to commit here, but they know about him now. They'll back away. I mean, you can understand why he wanted to do it. He's DD tiny. He also has the arcane boots now as well.
Well, the big thing is if DP had been safely out of Laguna kill range, they could have gone in on that. But DP was low enough in the middle of Exorcism. She wasn't going to get the heal soon enough that if she had just run forward on Lena...
That's a painful kill.
Yeah, it really is. These side lanes are just... It just looks like that Old Black Gold just kind of haven't figured them out.
You know what it was? Living up to their name, they failed to get their appropriate nap time between the last and next game. All right?
Well, yeah, I need my nap time after that 70-minute affair.
It's not late there. It's late here. All right? It's not too late in the day for you. I know you woke up early, but...
Gee, what are you doing? Come on, buddy.
That
was not the rotation.
Scouting. He's a moving ward right now. Valior can try and zone out what he wants, but Cheshire Cat is scary as all hell. Level 7. No retaliate stacks, but once he gets a few, he'll run down BZZ like he did last time.
Man, the new stacking. Oof. It's flat out nasty.
Yeah, I was expecting them to go like, so they've changed it now so you can't get stacks while retaliating. I was expecting them to, like, if that doesn't work. Vanscore, yeah, he's gone. That's just an Oracle. It's no big deal. But I was kind of surprised with the retaliate. I thought they were going to be a little bit more harsh with it. Change it up even further.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because, like, so they've changed it now, right? So, like, when you retaliate, you can't get stacks. And I thought they were going to actually go a little bit further and make it so that when you retaliated, you did not have the return damage anymore.
Oh, I see.
Oh, Pikachu in the mid lane.
Oh, and a toss back. We've seen this play before.
He's going to get a Laguna out. He's going to turn around. There it is. No! The false promise, rather. Just the Fate's Edict. Saves the day. But not for long. They still get the kill afterwards. Vengeance will be had as Oracles ran down as well. And score will be dove. No escape from that.
I like the decision. The great decision by Pavaga to just hard commit there. Turn that around. That's an exorcism down and EP off map.
Not the value they're looking for. They were waiting for that as well, all right? They've fallen for it enough with Valior's rotation.
Absolutely.
Never again. I mean, that wasn't a false promise, but it looked as good as one there. Jesus. Completely invalidating the ultimate from Lina. At least got the XP for killing her, but yeah, that's an ambitious Stampede. He probably didn't check what BZZ had in terms of creeps.
Huh. Yeah, you don't have kill threat there, I don't think.
I mean, your job's just to farm here. Don't do anything else. Meanwhile on the bot. Shaman, I don't really follow. I get you want the kill on Illidan, but you're trying to kill a Weaver here. It's not the easiest one to find.
Yeah. I mean, you had him on a mana for time lapse, but
Runes, BZZ zoned out the top ones. At least Velior secured one for his side. Oh, but Gold only get one of the 4 runes. Gold is slightly in favor of Pavaga, but I'm just thinking what happens in the next few minutes, and I can't help but feel that this is going to start to turn to a gold escalation for Pavaga.
Yeah, especially with the issue being that this Weaver is poor.
Like
he is behind his own 4-position Tiny in farm. I mean, this ever since that first death top and running bottom and just kind of looking like he just didn't have a plan for getting back into this game.
Definitely looked kind of lost.
Yeah, it's just very rare. Like, I've seen a lot of Illidan games, and it's very rare to see him play like this. Like, even when Illidan is having a bad game, like he may not have the right approach or the approach that you agree with to get into a game, but he always has a plan. It's very rare to see him play like listlessly like this on this Weaver.
I mean, but where's this plan lie, right? What, you're going to rotate towards the Lina? She's in the mid. That's not easy. Outer lanes, you're talking about a Centaur or a Lifestealer, and either one of those is not
3-man smoke play onto a Cheshire Cat. He's going to eat the Doom and get the Death Prophet tossed onto him.
He should be falling here. They'll run him down. They have got the Crypt Swarm to finish him off. Avalanche thrown out just in case. They were aggressive on the bot lane in the meantime as well. Illidan is here. He's low on mana, though. He needs to be careful. Dust doesn't clip onto him.
Just misses. Holy shit. That
it gets revealed now, though. He needs to be careful. He has got one last Shikuchi. Now he needs to escape.
He had no mana for time lapse again. Again.
Could have ended pretty badly. Maybe it's time to start carrying a Mango. DD on Pikachu in the mid lane. In the meantime, stun comes down to Velior. And there's the Laguna through. Throws out the Avalanche, but a little bit too late. Now they'll finally purge off that DD. Rude on the spot. Pikachu. That might be vengeance coming. G's trying. He's got the exorcism going.
Doesn't have much of it left, though.
Get close enough for the Spirit Siphon. This might be enough. Nice body blocks out from Vanscore, but nope. The TPs will scare them away.
Pavaga, I mean, just woke up last game.
You have to. The way that one played out. When you're playing... Oh, pause that for Illidan. In a little bit of trouble. The shackles come out. There's the false promise. She's to save his life. Now the root. But the wards do get dropped. Stun coming out with the BZZ. Looks like he'll go down. Shaman does fall. Serpent wards will zone the rest of them out, but not Illidan. He keeps on chasing. He might turn around, look on a J4 here. who does have a stick, so he needs to be careful about this.
Was that false promise on a Weaver?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Allowed him to get the time lapse out, and now Avalanche going to be there. Pikachu in trouble, tossed up in the air. They club him with the Infernal Blade and just clean him up. The rest of them need to get out.
This is how you get back into this game by Illidan. J4, they can run him down here.
They can, and they know what's inside. When you crack the hard mean outside, there's a gushy inside waiting to be consumed.
Oh, that's a nice stumble.
Warcry, toss forward. This is going to be nice for long. The root's going to be there. They come out. No, the shackles. The Luna turn around. BC's in a little bit of trouble. The Avalanche does interrupt. Moving straight through. Spirit Siphon connects. They already got the Sven and Palantimos. He's got no one to hide inside this time.
Oh, but Goldar back in it. Man, I just felt like the first 12 minutes of this game or so, Pavaga just looked like a team that was playing with purpose. Old but Gold a little bit listless, but that is exactly what they needed to light the fire again.
These old boys, they've had their power nap now. We talked about it earlier, and this is what happened. They just needed a little bit longer.
You still need a plan to get this Weaver back into the game. I actually think you need to... It's at the point now where you need to start like doing stacks and have a hero help him do a stack or two and give him last hits, because it is going to be brutal for him trying to farm toward any kind of item right now.
Does almost have his treads at least. He's farming here, but Shaman's in the neighborhood, and Cheshire Cat just picked up the Invis rune. If he hangs around, that's gonna be hell to pay.
Like, I used to really like this hero. He's just such a fun hero to play, but the design of the hero is just so crippling right now.
No, he's out of mana again. Stampede comes out, they'll stomp him on the spot. He's going to go down here, and we just keep seeing the same mistake being made. He's not thinking about his mana.
It's hard, though, right? Because you are so far behind in farm. You feel all of this pressure to use Shukuchi to farm waves, right? You know you need to keep... again, I've been in this position. It's you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Because if you're not using Shukuchi to farm waves, you're just woefully inefficient, and you're never going to catch back up.
I mean, sure, but ask one of your supports to give you a clarity or something, because this is...
Yeah.
And you said help and farm a stack. I'd accept just a clarity at this stage in the game. 3 runes again. Oh, the root coming out. They're going to chase on through. Shaman's been found. This is one way to give him gold. Nope, they actually get the other rune. Snatch it from underneath LOL's eyes, and that will even up the bounty.
Yeah, I mean, apart from the Weaver being underfarmed, Old but Gold, they know what they want to do in this game.
They want to kill. Lantimos is showing as well. The silence comes out. They can chase under the tower. They toss forward, but Centaur's coming in right now. They need to use Exorcism pretty fast. They've got the Hooded Defiance as well. They need to activate it. Stomp comes out. Cheshire Cat trying to move away. The double Spirit Siphon. The Avalanche doing a lot. Cheshire Cat can't move away. He'll go down the route. Comes down to Pikachu as well. The Infernal Blade slows him down. Illidan going to move forward. Needs to be careful. Laguna. They toss straight through. Toss after toss as they keep on chasing Illidan. They needs to turn around and move away, but he can't. No. The time lapse wasn't there. They'll chase. They'll find more for the loss of their Weaver. They will claim every head in the neighborhood. It's Pavaga. Toss.
The flying ghost.
Toss.
Oh, come on. Toss him one more time. Oh, I wanted to see.
He had it on cooldown for one more second, but Velior, well, he's just showing how easily you can control the fight if you just stick your heroes a little far forward.
Some of a cute little thing that made a huge difference in that fight. G with the presence of mind to just that little juke right after the toss onto the Lina to dodge the LSA. If DP eats that LSA there, that's potentially a completely different fight. She has to play a little bit more carefully. But that was a very nice juke, and it just set her up to move freely throughout the back of the fight.
Velior, he's clearly been away with a sports coach recently. Got the good advice to imagine your teammates as basketballs.
I love it, man. And he's dunking on people.
Indeed. They even force him. Like, look at these wards. These Shaman
wards.
That's a
full 5-man right there. And you're behind the tier 2 with Exorcism still with a little bit of duration on it anyway.
You get some chip damage. You got the catapult here as well. You could maybe hang around and take the tower. And like the other thing I was just saying, is a Shaman. He put down these wards. These are completely useless. Yeah,
the only thing that you look at about that fight in a negative way is that it was the Weaver that fell. You still got to have a plan to get him back.
BZZ, that's a little bit too close for comfort. He'll be fine.
That was pretty funny.
That is true. Your Weaver is still suffering somewhat. But the good news is that Velior This man has a blink dagger now.
Okay, and you know, we say he's suffering, but he's two blades of alacrity into his diffusal.
He's just a support weaver. It's fine.
Oh God, Illidan. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Illidan's never played support anything.
Hey, a lot of carries are moving over to the support role now. You never know. Mushi leading the way of the newest wave. Maybe it's time, Illidan.
Oh, God, that's not working out.
Yeah, it's looking a bit rough.
I'm rooting so hard for that team. I love those guys. Want to see them succeed. I mean, honestly, how you can't not root for Dundee. It's literally impossible.
Guy's way too lovable. Velion, he's tanky enough. He doesn't care about the Laguna. He says, please, I encourage you to attempt this kill. They are actually getting pretty aggressive right now. J4's on the high ground. They know about it as well. There is blink in, toss back, says, all right, you want to play, Sven? Here it is. Avalanche slows him down enough that he will fall. He is indeed becoming unstoppable. 8-1-3 on this Death Prophet so far.
Yeah, I love has been one of the most fun snowball players to watch for a long time, and he's a guy that, you know, he has some issues with anxiety, so when things go against him in the game, he doesn't always respond in the best way, but man, when he is on his game, he is such a dynamic player.
Yeah, and this is the thing, when I saw the All But Gold lineup and I saw that Velio and G were on the same team, I was full thumbs up.
Oh, absolutely.
Because Velio is this type of hero as well. On the 4 role, he's like, okay, you give me a little bit of leeway and I'll run a mile. Day 4 arriving.
People ought to root for G. He's a smart guy, understands Dota tremendously.
Oh,
all right,
Illidan, he might live this time. His stampede was used. J4 looking to move away. It's going to be chased down now. The invest. No, the turnaround, the high ground. The wards get dropped. There's one Laguna. Doom and Oracle gone. Illidan will escape. He still couldn't find anything. They do get the tower.
The Palantimos, okay.
Not exactly the ideal target to throw it out on.
That's all right, though. That's all right. I'm actually... You're forcing action on the other side of the map. The Weaver's been able to farm up. He's going to have his diffusal here in a couple hundred gold. And I'm okay with that. Like you said, you got the tower. You forced out cooldowns from them.
And no Exorcism used either. That means you can go for something else afterwards, whether it's Roche or another tower.
First item pipe. Okay, well, okay, after Yule's, obviously.
It's understandable.
In DP builds, but,
I'm fine with this. Like,
it probably is the play, right?
Yeah,
because
so you're either...
coming out of them is magical at this point, but it also feels limited, right? I saw a couple first item pipe DPs at Chongqing, and it...
I think it's either this or the BKB, but the difference is the BKB is not going to save you if you get bursted straight away.
No, you can't do that in this game.
Belial, big stun, won't matter though. And they shouldn't have hung around. They knew because the Oracle just got picked off in the same spot. Weird moment coming out from Old But Gold there. Yeah, I don't mind this build because...
You gotta let Weaver have these CS. Come on, guys.
Yeah. But the thing I was going to say is, like, I don't mind G going for this pipe, especially considering you have an Oracle. Like, if you didn't have the Oracle, I'd be like, no, BKB. Just get BKB. Don't get pipe as well, because it's overkill. But in this type of scenario, it buys enough time to give the save out with the false promise.
Okay.
I just see the value. Like, as well for the rest of your team. Just keep... Especially, you talked about Illidan and save this hashtag save Illidan Foundation. The pipe will definitely help.
But here's the problem, right? You saw the problem right there pop up on the Lifestealer. That DP is actually... DP plays really badly against physical burst.
It's true, and that's unfortunate. Pavaga, they just placed down this ward fresh. They barely got spotted with the smoke. Just about. They need to be quick. Down to half HP already.
I am very worried.
Cheshire has the blink. Here's the blink. Nope, he goes to a different target. That's going to fest bomb out into the Oracle. They better kill. They need to finish up the Roche right now. San's going to be there, slowing down a little bit. Avalanche from Belly up. Buys a little bit of time. The Yule's coming out. He picks it up. Illidan has the Aegis to stun onto 2. No, the wards go down as well. They're going to turn around. Look for the kill on the DP. They'll bring her down. The Doom comes out, but can it do enough? Palandamos is going to be low. BZZ is chasing through, but that just gives them the lifesteal to stay alive. It might be enough, or at least deny him off. Nope, they mistimed it.
Oh my god, Palantimos, and he got the Wicked 6 streak on the G Death Prophet too.
Oh no. I mean, on the positive side, BZZ got 1,000 gold, but you just took Roche. The only man who escaped was the one that picked up that Aegis.
Yeah.
You want your Weaver to recover, but how badly did you want that?
One, and I think it would have been. I think it would have been even worse if Pavaga had bombed the pit. Fest bomb the pit. I think they would have killed the 2 cores in the pit immediately.
They would have got the Aegis if they'd done that. That would have just been...
Exactly.
That would have been instant into your base, because you're running out of towers to throw at them anyway. They're going to take 2 tier 2s at the same time. Looks like Illidan is just about going to sidestep this Light Strike array. A little bit too close for comfort.
Yeah, and one of the big issues, right, is Weaver's got the Aegis, but he's only got Diffusal. He's not doing a lot of damage.
You'll find Pikachu, though. He's out of mana. Sven can run away, but Lina won't be so lucky. Oh, the movement on LOL.
I say that, of course.
Toss forward. Velior is back in business. Hex is going to come out, but you can't shackle. You just have to run. There's the tree being tossed through. Blink 4 blocks him out. Avalanche as well to ensure the kill. And that's a double kill for your Weaver.
Go.
He is fast on his way to recovery.
Oh, it absolutely. That pays off big time there.
And I believe that is a straight-up Octarine next for G. Which I can respect in this type of game. In this kind of scenario, the way you're playing this game, it's all about the systems. It's all about the Spirit Siphon. So anything to make that available to you more often. I don't think you need it. Like, the Aeon Disc is pointless in this type of game. You've got the save with the Oracle.
You are going to want Shivas, though, eventually.
Oh, definitely.
Right? The attack speed slow is just so huge.
Like, it's kind of weird, right? Because Aeon Disc is this item that you want, but it's so expensive, and it feels like you need to be ahead and protecting your gold lead from you dying to get it.
Well, no. It's the problem with Aeon Disc is that it's doing the same job.
Yeah.
As Pipe, right? You really don't want to double up when it comes to items like that. You know, it's kind of passingly similar to the conversation we had in the last game about Lincoln and BKB.
Mm-hmm. And with G, like, and that type of hero, it doesn't ramp you up at all. It just cuts off your progression entirely. Like, yeah, you won't die, but you won't contribute. You won't be able to actually sustain these fights. You'll just kind of exist and do nothing else. So I just bring it up because the Aeon Disc is like this item that barely any hero... When we saw it last game super late for the Shaman, just so he could drop the wards. That was the only reason, though. And we're talking very late in the game. To even justify that pickup.
No, it's become very expensive, and it's kind of a dead-end item. Yeah, I thought we would... it was to the point... It needed to be changed. I thought you would see a lot more 3, 4, and 5-man Aegis strats, Aeon Disc strats at TI. Fnatic had a couple of months where they were building it on like 3 heroes every game. But it's now become so expensive. And the games are so fast.
Well, this smoke movement's pretty fast. Maybe not quick enough to protect the tower, but afterwards, look at this. Cheshire Cat ready to bomb. BZZ is going to break the smoke. They're going to move in. Stormhammer's going to be there. And Cheshire Cat waiting for the reinforcements. He might be able to catch Super Velior. Jumps in. The blink initiation with the Avalanche. Stampede's going to come out now. Exorcism activated. Here's the Infest coming out. On to Vanscore in the back line, trying to get rid of that second life. But BZZ turns around with the Doom. Slows down Palandamos and moves away. Meanwhile, the wards do get dropped. G is stuck here. Gets tossed out. Velior says, what are you doing? Don't stop. Keep on going. Jarman trying to move away. Won't be able to do so quick enough. The Stomp's going to come out. Finally, they'll be able to bring down that Doom. Palandamos is fine. They might try and turn around, though. Illidan is here. Silence is going to come out. They can actually get him if they want. They'll turn around for the easy kill on the Pikachu as they toss him back. The Avalanche coming out. The Silence still there on the Palandamos. He will be able to get the Rage out, but maybe a little bit too late as Illidan goes super deep here. And actually gets the kill before time lapses back. A little bit too close for comfort, but Centaur. Silence up. Diffusal comes out. It's going to be a team wipe.
Great 5 wipes. Ultra kill for the G Death Prophet.
And
one
just
of the big snowball players in Dota.
Just in time for a tower, right? Maybe even more.
Yeah.
You still got the Aegis to play with. Why not go high ground?
Man, somebody
ban this guy from picking this hero. This doesn't seem fair.
I just thought in the beginning of this game that Old But Gold just had no plan. But man, oh man, they have come back in these last couple of fights in a huge way.
They had a very clear plan, Haas. Trust in G.
To be fair, if they would not be the first team to go in with that game plan, it had a decent hit rate.
When it pays off, it most definitely does. And he is very close to the Octarine core now. After that, Shiva's probably, then you finish up with like a Hex. But we're thinking way too far in the future. He's still got a while to go. First, this big pickup. And, well, Aegis will expire soon, so they'll calm down. They won't look to get too aggressive. Weaver has caught up now.
This is part of why I personally have soured a bit on Octarine at this point in the game. I don't know if this is just me. It doesn't feel like a big item. It doesn't. It's very good, and I'll never flame anybody for building it on DP, but for whatever reason, it doesn't feel like this big powerful. Like, oh, okay, guys, I've got my Octarine, we can go.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of heroes suffer from that, right? Like, it's okay. What items have I got that benefit from this more than anything else? Like, your skills are good, but you need additional value. And the things you built pipe and you built the Yules. You haven't got your BKB, you haven't got a Sheepstick, you haven't got a Shivas, you haven't got these items that are gonna go, okay, lower cooldown, great. A lot more damage in the team fights, a lot more control.
Yeah.
Pikachu, he's pretty far forward.
For another big one
they got
here.
the Doom as well. Well, there's a silence. Haste activates. Lina runs to the high hills. Who's she gonna leave behind?
Yeah, Obigold have everything up.
Look at BZZ.
Oh.
This aggression. What you didn't really realize is he's just making this aggression to find a camp to use the Midas on.
Of course, Midas efficiency.
I can't remember what cast. I've had a cast before where we just sat there and we kept flaming the guy every second he didn't have the Midas. Like, Midas, Midas, Midas. He realized that...
What, you mean every Grant cast? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oof. Oh, Midas, Midas, Midas. There it is. Just before they... If they actually took that creep camp as well, there was nothing nearby, so that would have been a lot of wasted time. You know, you were looking for a big play with that haste on the Lina. Instead, you just use it to run for the high hills. That does mean they can go towards your base.
It's not the worst outcome, right?
True, but G is a little bit angsty. He wants to go and push on the base.
Oh, yeah.
Level 3 X's, and why not? He's going to get 20 from this creep wave as well.
Yeah, they're going to get wrapped on here.
Yeah, but you got the health talent now. How do you kill Exorcism? Comes out. BKB activated on Illidan. He's going to chase forward. Stunning down to the Doom. The Doom already came out, though. His lifesteal tries to escape. Yours is going to be on Shaman. He can't get out. TP out by Cheshire Cat. Interrupted by the root. No! He can't get out. They're going to lose J4. Cheshire Cat, all of them on the sideline. They do keep the Lina and the lifesteal alive, but now they're in your base. And, I mean, that was the worst time to do that. G had just got 20. As soon as they saw that, they knew they couldn't kill him. Moving in, Valior, Avalanche out, Dust Reveal to make sure Lina doesn't try and do anything sneaky. They say this lane will fall and you will sit here and watch it.
Yeah, there's just nothing you can do. I mean, does anybody get the -3 second Crypt Swarm cooldown ever?
No. Cheshire Cat, okay. That was bold. Now they're going to move in.
What?
They're going to root him up. They want to try and interrupt this TP out. They can't even kill the Tiny instead. Centaur's going to go down. BCZ, chase it for more Plantables. If he goes down, this might all go over. Life Stealer. Silent stop. They're going to lock him in place. He's going to fall. Pikachu trying to escape a root. No! No, they're going to get them all. Well, your Shaman's alive and he's got some wards, but you just gave all the approval in the world for all but gold to rinse your base.
Oh, yeah. This is 2 lanes.
Maybe even more. It's time for a deep cleanse. And they're going to have Exorcism by the time the Pavaga is up.
I mean, come on. It doesn't count as a win unless you buy at least 1 Meteor Hammer.
They can just finish. Like, they legit can just finish. They're going to have Exorcism in 22 seconds. Pavaga. Well, they have no buybacks. They have nothing.
No. And good on Old Golder. Just going to go for the Megas here.
Well, they're going to get some additional gold along the way. Crimson Guard. What are you going to do now? You're going to lose Taz, that's what. Then you're going to lose Rax. And then you might lose this game. You've got one last fight in your Pavaga. What can you do with it? Because Exorcism is active. And G, well, he's itching for some hero... Oh, for tower damage, rather. Wouldn't mind adding some hero damage on the side.
Yikes.
Time to kill the rest of the base, they say. Pressure's on. What you want to do? Silence comes out to 3 heroes. Oh, BZZ so deep as well. And there is your Mega Creeps. They got the Stampede. Cheshire Cat. There it is. Trying to make the play. Blinks forward onto BZZ. Can't get close enough. The Festbomb's going to come out now, but BZZ tanking the whole load. Exorcism is still active. They're fighting into this. Shaman's already down. Lina, when she comes down, she can't move away. Light Striker Ray trying to buy some time at Laguna. Completely not tanked by G. Did you even notice it? The GG comes out, and all but gold. They crush the dreams of Pavaga.
I mean, they earned it this series. I thought they could have rolled over in Game 2 and gone Game 3 a lot sooner, but they fought, and I tell you what, they carried that momentum of almost bringing Game 2 back from the brink into this one, and clearly, I I mean, what happened at 15 minutes or so in? All of a sudden, these fights started happening, and Old But Gold looked like they had a plan, and Pavaga just kind of looked like they were clicking buttons.
Well, you wonder where the Octarine core doesn't feel useless, and that was the example. I mean, they just didn't want to let them leave. You know, this is just not understanding where you got to cut off the leg to save the goddamn patient. Instead, you just threw the patient off the top of a freaking skyscraper, still attached to the gurney.
Yeah, and I mean, look at this. This is crazy. You look at the hero damage distribution on the side of OBG. I mean, they're 17k to 26k, to 27k. That's 4 out of their 5 heroes, lacking only the Oracle. Velor, almost 20k damage on a 4-position tiny with all those tosses. This was, it was a complete game from that squad. Very nicely played.
Big credit to Illidan as well, getting up to 20,000 hero damage after how badly the start of that game went.
Yep. That's one of those where, the 10, 3, and 18 and that 20k damage line is not going to look that impressive to somebody that didn't watch the game, but as hard as he got pooped on early, to come back and contribute that kind of a stat line, that's very good. And he was in the middle of all those fights getting bugs on multiple enemy heroes, and that makes the exorcism do that much more.
But that does mean we're done for the day, guys. We round out this day of CIS action with one hell of a series, I'd say. People didn't expect it, but Old But Gold, they delivered, and Pavaga, they sure as hell put up a good fight along the way. That does mean we're done for the day. I believe we are back tomorrow. It looks like they might need some more assistance with the games in the CIS region because there's 1 or 2 overlaps. So a lighter day for us, Nahaz. We'll finish it earlier, and then I'll show you Ursa's support. But that does mean we're done for today. We'll be back tomorrow. I don't have the schedule. We need to confirm the games at DreamLeague first, but there will be games on DreamLeague, of course, and there'll be games taking place here on the Beyond the Summit channel. So you don't want to miss it. Be sure to tune in. Leave the CIS kicks off again at about 12 CET. So be sure to tune in then. See you then, folks.